Hello everyone and welcome back to my Harry Potter Philosopher's Stone card guide part 2. Basically, for those of you who don't know, I'm going to be collecting or showing you how to collect all the cards in Harry Potter Philosopher's Stone for PlayStation 1. In the last part I got cards 1 to 7. In this part, 8 through to 12. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 5 more cards. How awesome is that? And the first one we're going to get, you need to get all 70 of the blueberry beans from Fred and George to unlock the password.
Catweasel.
Well done, young Gryffindor. That is indeed the correct password. I guess I'll have to open up for you now.
Something ambiguous about the word guess there. So the course you're going to open up for me is Harry Potter. Someone, you don't just simply refuse to open up for Harry Potter. So this gets us the Albus Dumbledore, famous Witches and Wizards card. For some reason, all these portraits have Gryffindor symbols in them. I feel sorry for any Hufflepuffs or Slytherins or Ravenclaws walking in, but it's like I feel so alone.
Albus Dumbledore.
The most important card in the game, apart from Harry Potter, of course, because Harry Potter is just awesome. So here we go. Albus Dumbledore.
Albus Dumbledore, currently headmaster at Hogwarts, considered by many the greatest wizard of modern times. Professor Dumbledore is particularly famous for his defeat of the dark wizard Grindelwald in 1945, for the discovery of the 12 uses of dragon's blood and his work on alchemy with his partner Nicholas Flamel. Professor Dumbledore enjoys chamber music and 10-pin bowling.
Talk about a pretty bog standard life, eh? Yeah, but I love how they don't give his age there, like his, the dates.
Harry, it's me, Raymond. Can you see my kitten? I hear her down there meowing.
This is card number 9, Edgar Stroulger. The easiest card to find in the game because you haven't got to know like where the secret areas are in terms of like the bookshelves or the hidden parts of the wall, that sort of thing. You had to be a pretty heartless person to when Raymond goes, "Harry, it's me. Please rescue my kitten who has somehow got herself trapped in a box." It boggles me, that does. And then he'd be like, "Yes, Harry, please also please get me my my Phoenix. I have a Phoenix too. It's lost down there somewhere." And we've got the cat already. It's the cutest thing in the world. Cutest little thing. It's tiny though. No bigger than Harry's foot. You can squash that. One of my friends, his house have got a house cat. For their shooting house. And it was tiny at first. It's the cutest little kitten I've seen in my life. And now it's just massive in like a space of a couple of months. Look at it go. Look at it play around Harry's feet. So now you've got to start the long walk back and hope that it doesn't get lost. Poor little thing. Enough sympathetic meowing. Yes, we know you're there. This is the dark Hogwarts music, which is very suiting for this location. Considering it's a well, there's very little water around here. Not that I'm complaining though. But the last thing you want when you're trying to rescue a kitten is a load of water suddenly come rushing onto you. That could be a bit interesting, to say the least. Come on, we're nearly there now. Here we are. Don't worry, Raymond, we've got her. Oh, thank you, Harry. Thank you very much. I'm just going to sit here and wait here, and it would be embarrassing if he fell through the well. A student's trapped down in the well, like, "Oh, thank God you're here, Harry. I've been waiting here for like several weeks. I've grown thin, living off chocolate frogs and rats." because the space in between the bars are pretty thin, or thick rather. I mean, there's plenty of room. If the cat can fall down, so can he. Yeah, and the cat can get stuck sometimes. You have to go back and check to make sure it is coming towards you. Here it comes.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Such a tiny thing, we can just levitate it upwards.
Thanks, Harry.
Ta-da.
Here's a famous Witches and Wizards card for you.
I remember the first time I got this, I was like, finally! Only 16 to go. Whereas by now, if you've been playing the game properly, you can get this will be your 9th card. I was very excited to go to view my Folio Mega. I was just like, yes! Something to put in my collection. With a card looks a lot bigger than it does in the first place.
Edgar Stroulger, 1703 to 1798, inventor of the sneakoscope.
He looks really grumpy as well, doesn't he? Like, oh, why did I have to invent this sneakoscope? Okay, so the next 3 cards are all in the dungeon area. After you've learned 30 minutes, there's 2 doors you can go through, one straight ahead and one off to the left. Basically you want to go for one that's on the left where the beans are, and basically this will contain 3 cauldron challenges, all of which are jolly good fun, and we'll get you 3 cards a piece, 1 for each challenge. You can do these at any time though. I mean, like, if you go into the next area, the way back will be locked, but you can then come back to the dungeons at any point during the game and do these challenges. They'll still be here up until you face Fluffy, of course, and they sort of get harder as they go along. This is officially the first one, and of course I wonder who will be directing them.
Hello, Harry. I've got a bit of fun for you. Within the time limit, use your knockback jinx to push the cauldrons onto the heated grills. If you get them stuck in a corner, come and see me. Good luck.
Alrighty then, this is card number 10, Bowman Wright. And basically, yeah, you have to jump down and go completely crazy and push all the cauldrons around everywhere. Just because that's what 11-year-old kids do at Hogwarts. That's pretty much like a part of the potion exam, just push potions around. We should have made it more interesting though, like, oh, but Harry, by the way, these cauldrons are filled with acid, and if you can't push them onto the heated grills, we'll turn them all over and you will suffer a most painful death. And Harry'd be like, what the hell? I'm just an 11-year-old child. But yeah, like, you know, it's a good way of, you know, using your magic as well. It's quite simple, to be honest with you.
Well done, Harry. You've pushed all the cauldrons into their correct places. Here's a famous witches and wizards card for your efforts.
I've no idea how they get in there either. There's no apparent entrance into this area. So here we go, number 10, Bowman Wright. Quite a happy chap, I remember correctly.
Bowman Wright.
You can always tell from the cards' expressions just how cheery they are with their work.
Bowman Wright, 1492 to 1560. Famous for developing the golden snitch.
It's like, yes, I made a golden ball, just what everyone needs in their life. Oh, I love Quidditch though. Quidditch, like, it's sort of, it evolves throughout each of the games, but then once they do Quidditch World Cup, you can't really take it much further than that in the other games, can you? Okay, so the other one's just across up here. Of course, so it makes sense that this is where most of the cards are in the dungeons. There's a kitten one, but apart from that, there's nothing else. And there's all these random creatures making noises as well. It's a bit off-putting, to be honest with you. It's like, okay, that's completely normal.
Hello, Harry. Within the time limit, if you get them stuck in a corner...
It's just like, Professor Snape? I didn't know you were here too. Like, bleh. Wait, what the hell? I can't even move it. Here. So now they're like, you know, they're slower now, the cauldrons, in how they move along. So you have to, you know, you have to use your time more efficiently. And the one here is, this one, what should I do now? Do this one. Pendo it around, then move around it to here. Have to be careful there, because it can be a bit awkward moving in between the gaps with the cauldrons. Sometimes, so be careful. And onto there. Of course, putting all 4 of them onto the heated grills results in the dungeon's happy hour, which of course everyone knows is when the dungeons have a massive cauldron party, and everyone mixes potions around and gets very potion drunk. I have no idea what's going on about there. Here's the last one over here. Time counting down. I sometimes feel like these sort of challenges could have been quite good fun to have in the later games as well, just to evolve them a bit more. And there we go.
Well done, Harry. You've pushed all the cauldrons into their correct places.
And now we've got card number 11, Cassandra Vablatsky. Most awkward name to pronounce in the entire world.
Cassandra Vablatsky.
And she's basically the author of Unfogging the Future, which is quite cool and groovy. Which of course is very prominent in the 3rd book.
Cassandra Vablatsky, 1894 to 1997. Celebrated seer and author of Unfogging the Future.
It's always a bit, you know, a bit awkward about about Seer, because Professor Trelawney is such a comedic character, but then she does actually predict, the Dark Lord's return. So it's like, ooh, heck, is she a proper Seer? Can we really trust her? So going to here, the next room. This has got to be the most awesome thing in the entire world. A giant whirlwind. This just goes against all health and safety, of course, but then again, Hogwarts is the original no health and safety school. As up we go to the top bookshelf. Which if you didn't know about the secret bookshelves as well, you'd come into it and you'd be like, what on earth is the point of this room, eh? It just makes...
Hello, Harry. Within the time limit, if you get them stuck in a corner...
And here's the last one. Godric Gryffindor. Well known for Gryffindor House, of course, and the Sword of Gryffindor, and for having the heart of a lion. No lie. Actually, it's a lie. A great, big, whopping lie. I should go on... Would I lie to you? I'd be ace on that, I reckon. Although, actually, having said that, there's a card game called Cheat, and I'm terrible at it because I can't cheat. For life, I give really obvious signs away that I'm cheating. So here's the last one. I think there's like 5 this time you have to do. They move as slowly as the last one, but the thing is as well, you never have to charge up Flipendo, just shoot a normal Flipendo shot. That'll do fine. That'll do nicely. I bet Neo Stick as well is like, oh, all the fun times we have, Harry, doing these random cauldron things and the giant evil onions, and then there's one more, isn't there, with the cat. I bet he misses them up how he does them all. It's just like, but this was my life, Harry. My life was making fun games for you to play that made complete. That made no sense at all in terms of the story, but it was so much fun, weren't they, Harry? We had some good times. The thing is here, I realised that actually, you can sort of do these ones for either of the greats, but technically the one on the far right, one I'm doing now, goes up to that top right grill, rather, the heated grill. I'm not sure what the green thing coming out of the grill is. Some sort of crazy dark heat. It's like, like British gas, but the dark British gas, evil British gas, which is just normal British gas.
Well done, Harry.
Yes, well done, Harry. Well done, and for your efforts and for the muscles that you've managed to gain from pushing all the cauldrons about, you get card number 12.
Godric Gryffindor.
Legend, officially. He is the most manliest man that's ever lived, apart from Neville Longbottom, because Neville is awesome for that reason. Because I said so. Trust me.
Godric Gryffindor, medieval, dates unknown. Co-founder of Hogwarts, gave his name to one of the 4 Hogwarts houses.
He even looks a little bit like a lion, doesn't he? Okay, see you in the next part for the last 5 cards.